This video is proudly sponsored by Gamersgate. Download games anytime, anywhere. Visit Gamersgate.com.
When we think of notable action hero adventures and explorers of the Lost World genre in movies and video games, we automatically think of Indiana Jones, Nathan Drake, and Lara Croft. With these popular heroes, we tend to expect in-depth storylines, witty dialogue, dungeon exploration with tons of booby traps and hidden treasures, and of course, lots of shooting and explosions. In the spirit of these intrepid fictional explorers, developer The Farm 51 seeks to enter the genre with Deadfall adventures. Deadfall Adventures introduces veteran explorer and archaeologist James Lee Quatermain, the great-grandson of the legendary explorer Alan Quatermain, a character from novelist H. Rider Haggard's prominent adventure series in the 1880s. Walking in the shadows of his legendary ancestor shortly before World War II, James sets off to find the three pieces of the heart of Atlantis, which are scattered from the deserts of Egypt and the frigid wasteland of the Arctic to the Mayan ruins deep within the jungles of Guatemala.
Professor, meet James Lee Quatermain.
With the assistance of his former colleague, British-American spy Jennifer Goodwin, James has to fight a combination of undead mummies, and Nazis, and Russian communists who are out and competing to find the artifacts for their respective maniacal leaders. Already, the story sounds like one giant mess of mix-and-match plots from all the Indiana Jones and Mummy movies combined, leaving many of us wonder why the heart of Atlantis is essential to human survival in the first place.
You're too late, comrade. They already left.
In addition to the main story adventure, Deadfall features a multiplayer with different modes, including a Finding the Artifact mode and Classic Deathmatch. There's also a Survival mode, which is essentially a classic Horde mode, where players will have to defend against waves of enemies. Though this is one of the more addictive features in the game, the amount of available servers is pretty limited. The different environments and dungeons in Deadfall, though linear, are large with some nice graphical and interactive elements, although some textures occasionally fail to appear. The character models are also nicely designed, but facial expressions seem bland and neglected, if non-existent, in some of the game's cheesy dialogue and cinematic sequences.
Dante, actually, Mr. Quatermain.
Sarcasm's not your thing, is it, Doc?
Unlike its super distant cousins Uncharted and Tomb Raider, Deadfall takes place entirely from the first-person point of view. Despite a few interesting elements, the combat system in Deadfall is bland, despite the amount of shootouts and explosions encountered throughout the game. Although there are a lot of different weapons ranging from pistols, shotguns, submachine guns, and light machine guns to grenade launchers, dynamite, and hand grenades, there aren't many noticeable differences in handling and damage between each class. Furthermore, enemies tend to take multiple hits before going down, and bullet placement seems to be random even with well-placed body shots. An interesting weapon and item of note is James's high-powered flashlight, which can blind and burn mummies, in the spirit of Alan Wake, allowing you to kill them quickly without wasting too much ammo. You can also blind humans as well, which provides for some entertaining shootouts. Deadfall also features a puzzle-solving element coupled with treasure hunting in each level. Puzzles vary in types and challenge without being impossible. The game also provides a notebook of hints, but in most cases they seem more like scribbles and provide little guidance as to how to solve some of the puzzles. Players are able to customize the level of difficulty before playing each level.
Couldn't they have just written Jehovah on the tiles?
The treasures found contribute to the character leveling system, which allows players to upgrade reload and firing speeds, stamina and health, and the flashlight's power and recharge rate. Although the concept encourages players to explore and find all the treasures in order to have enough points to level up, the characteristics have little overall noticeable effect, with the exception of the flashlight, making the leveling system almost unnecessary. The AI is a little off the mark. Although there are instances where you have a companion to assist in battles, there are some glitchy pathfinding problems. Also, enemies seem to remain stationary, providing little challenge overall, even when the difficulty is bumped up. The best way to sum up Deadfall Adventures is a game with great concepts, but a hollow interior. Though there are some neat features such as puzzle solving and some nice level design, there are also problems with combat, the negligible leveling system, and the AI. Overall, the game could have probably been better executed as a third-person adventure game rather than a first-person shooter.